Welcome back, everyone. We have a short but very important update from Pressure Biosciences, Inc., who trades on the OTCQB under the symbol PBIO and is a leader in the development and sale of innovative, broadly enabling pressure-based solutions for the worldwide life sciences and other industries. Please welcome its president and CEO, Richard Schumacher. Welcome back, Richard.
Love to be back. Thanks a lot. Appreciate it.
Well,
and
we
welcome everybody. It's a very short update. We had a press release the other day about $1 million in orders, which is quite a lot for us. That's like half a year's worth of orders just coming in at one time. So I'd like to go over that. First of all, on the screen, there should be forward-looking statements to remind everybody that what I say may be considered forward-looking statements, and you should do your homework before thinking about investing in Pressure Bio or any company. I'm not going to go through the company. We've done this several times before. You can go on the Emerging Growth website and see several talks that I've have given in the past, let's say, 6 weeks, and also some talks that I've given elsewhere. But make it short, you know, we are a company that makes instruments, consumables, and we offer specialty services, all in the area of biotechnology, mostly in the area of proteomics, proteins. We have 3 incredible platform technologies. They're called PCT, BaroFold, and UltraShear, or UST. And we have 29 issued patents in these areas. We have customers all over the world that are using our instruments that use the pressure cycling technology. We have customers all over the world that are starting to use our BaroFold services, which are services we offer here in the Boston area. And also UltraShear is an instrumentation that program that we expect to have out by the end of the year, beginning of 2022. So please go on emerginggrowth.com, go on pressurebiosciences.com, and learn more about these incredible technologies that all use pressure. Pressure is an amazing force of nature that moves at the speed of sound. It can be turned on and off. And it can do multiple things in the laboratory that we use heat and cold and chemicals to do, and yet it has far more advantages than these other temperature and chemicals have to help our experiments, to move them along and to get the answers we need to make better drugs, better diagnostics. So please go on the websites and see what they are all about. What I'd like to talk about today in just a few minutes is the press release that we sent out just a few days ago, that we received over $1 million in orders of eco-friendly agriculture products. We formed a company called PBI Agrochem. We formed it last month, and within the first month, we received over $1 million in orders for the products that we'll be making. We mentioned that we've purchased $500,000 worth of bulk raw material. We've mentioned that we are setting up a facility that is to receive material, process material, and ship material out, and we're well on our way. We're in that facility right now, and we expect later this week to receive our first material. Again, we purchased over $500,000 of bulk material that will be turned into our eco-friendly agricultural products that will be shipped out. We've mentioned that we expect to post most of that $1 million in the third quarter of this year. And also mentioning that we expect to purchase more, anywhere between $300,000 and $500,000 worth of bulk raw material over the next couple of weeks to come in, because we mentioned in the press release that we expected more purchase orders to come in really by the week and by the month throughout the rest of 2021. So we're very excited about all of this and the impact it's going to have on our company. In terms of revenue drivers, we have our first 3 I've mentioned very briefly, and you can learn a lot more about when you go on the websites I mentioned: our pressure cycling technology, our PCT platform, our BaroFold platform, and our UltraShear platform, which is coming out at the end of the year, beginning of 2022. These are generating revenue at the present time. We have over 200 customers and 350 instruments all over the world that are based upon the PCT platform, and it's helping to generate revenue. PBI Agrochem, though, is our brand new company. It is operational. We expect to ship product in the third quarter. In fact, we expect to ship, we believe we can ship most of the $1 million in purchase orders that we've received in the third quarter. And so what does this mean? At the bottom of the slide, you can see that in 2020, our sales we're 253,000 for this is without the agrochem products. And in the first quarter of 2021, our sales are up over double, 121%, up to almost 560,000. In Q2, which we filed the 10Q today, and we're having a conference call tomorrow. Our Q2 2020 sales were 268,000, and our Q2 2021 sales were up even more, up to 608,000, or 127% higher than last year. So we've more than doubled again our revenue from last year. So if you look for the half year, we've gone from 522,000 in 2020 to the first half of this year to over almost 1.2 million. So we're very excited about this. What does this mean for Q3, though? We're talking about $1 million in agrochem orders that could be a good portion that could be in our Q3 revenue. So if you look at what we're already doing with our existing core business, and you think about adding, somewhere between 500,000 and perhaps $1 million of new revenue that's going to be going into that, you can see that the numbers are going to be substantially better than any number we've ever had before in a quarter. In fact, our second quarter this year was very close to a record quarter to begin with. We're having a lot of companies and laboratories and institutes from all over the world calling us. We've had a terrific year so far, and we expect it's only going to get better with our core products as we go along for the second half of 2021. Now, add to that $1 million in purchase orders, and what we believe will be more purchase orders coming in. So we're purchasing more raw material, more bulk material to process in our new facility to enhance our not only Q3, but our Q4 sales. So we're very excited that we're having a good year, even without the new PBI Agrochem subsidiary, which we own 100% of. But we're excited about what it's going to mean when we really get up and running in the third quarter with the new agrochem products. So I'd like to invite everybody to join us, please, for our Q2 investor call. It's tomorrow, Thursday, August 19th at 4:30. All of the details are on our website, pressurebiosciences.com. We're not only going to talk about our strong second quarter, first and second quarter, year to date, both revenue, and we also want to talk about our operating income and the decrease in our loss, most significant decrease in our loss we've had as a company as a percentage. But we're also going to talk about 8 points that we put out on August 5th. We put out 8 points that are goals that we have, very aggressive goals that we have for the rest of the year, that we believe will take us to a point where this company is going to be profitable next year at a very, very good rate of revenue. So these 8 goals you can see on the screen. You can go back to the August 5th press release, but we believe that they're all possible to achieve. And we're putting our sights on getting all 8 of these points completed in the second half of this year. So I want to thank everybody for taking a few minutes to understand, I hope, a little bit better our excitement about the $1 million plus in orders that we received. And with about 5 minutes left, even though I had technical difficulties and we started 2 minutes late, I'm going to turn it back to Anna and see if there's any questions.
Thank you, Richard. And we can go a little bit over for you since we started a little bit late. We do have a few questions. We have one from Plum Tree Consulting's Gary Zwetchkenbaum. He asks, based on what you just showed in your slides, the potential effect of your new agrochem business on the financials of PBIO in Q3 and even Q4 2021 could be significant. He has 2 questions. One, do you think that the effect of the new agrochem business in 2022 and beyond could be even greater than what you suggested for Q3 and Q4 2021? And if yes, how big could it be? Are you taking millions in future annual revenue? Second question, talk about the potential impact of this revenue to PBI's profitability.
This is typical of Gary. One question is 4, but I'll try to answer all 4.
I know.
So number one, Gary asked about the revenue and is this going to be at an increasing run rate in 2022? Of course, now we're talking about a forecast and giving some guidance for next year. The guidance I can give is that we think this is the tip of the iceberg. The market for eco-friendly fertilizer, pesticides, et cetera, is enormous. The market for agrochem is enormous, and there's a big movement towards eco-friendly. we have to start using our smarts. We got to start using better material because this is going on our land, it's going on the food we eat, etc. So the market is very, very large. It's in the multi-billions of dollars. So I guess to answer Gary's question, tip of the iceberg, we believe that we're so excited to have already secured $1 million in purchase orders for this year. And we think we can ship the majority of that in the third quarter. But we also feel that we're going to be getting additional orders and we're ordering additional bulk product for processing so that we can try to put some of this also into the fourth quarter. Once we get on our feet and once we get moving and once we close this agrochem acquisition that we've been talking about for 3 or 4 months, I think the numbers are going to get even higher. We believe the numbers next year can be much better than what you're seeing this year. $1 million for the rest of the year for 6 months. We think the numbers can be exceedingly better than that. We're going to have time to market. We're going to have time to build our facility. We're going to have time to bring in more people. We're going to have the cash to buy more raw material and base material. So no, we're looking forward to a curve that keeps going up for 2022. What the numbers are, we'll wait and see. Perhaps we'll give guidance later, but the guidance I give right now is that we see far better numbers in 2022 than these terrific numbers we're already seeing in the first month of operations in 2021. In terms of profitability, for the fourth question, these are terrific margin items. These are items that we sell that carry margins that the more you sell, we're going to do much, much better. We think that we're going to have, as I said, terrific sales, not only the rest of this year, but next year. And so this is going to impact our profitability because there's such good gross margins and profit margins on these products. We have gone out on the limb and said that we believe that with the closing of the acquisition that we're doing for a separate eco-friendly company, with our own work that we're doing with Ultra Shear, making their already good products even better, we think the profitability is going to come to us, and this company will be profitable at some point before the end of 2022.
Last question for you, Richard, from Joan Hardison. With regard to your recently announced orders, are you capitalized sufficiently to deliver, or are you looking for an investment for help with that?
We are capitalized to deliver on this $1 million. That's a very good question. We're capitalized to deliver. We have a facility. We've just signed a lease, a 5-year lease for a facility that is sufficient for us. We have one full-time employee now dedicated to the PBI agrochem work. We have others that we're going to be bringing in part-time. We have purchased $500,000 of bulk raw material that is being processed and then shipped out. And we'll be purchasing somewhere between $300,000 and $500,000 most likely in the next few weeks of additional material because of good feedback we're getting as we're searching for orders and seeking orders. So the answer to the question is yes, we are capitalized for this $1 million plus. What we're looking for is to make that $1 million plus, a multiple of $1 million plus orders coming in. And at that point, we'll have to assess whether or not we're capitalized to do $5 million, $10 million. That's a very good question. That's a question that we'll answer internally over the coming weeks. But it's a wonderful question to be asked internally. Can we take care of the expected load of orders that will be coming in? It's something that any CEO in my position loves to hear. It's far better than where do we find the orders. Now we're saying, can we take care of the orders that are coming in and that we believe will continue to come in?
Fantastic. We have a few more questions, but we're out of time. We'll send them to you so you can answer on your own time. But we definitely look forward to having you on again with some more positive updates. Thank you so much, Richard.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right, everyone, stay with us as we transition to the next presenter. You'll see a black screen, but we're going to pop right back on for our next company. Stay with us.